Azawi, I just want you to give us a bit of a background. Why SANKOFA, what it was like creating this album, how difficult, how easy was it? Yeah, the whole shebang.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bebaza menamena okubanga offices akadde and turn up for me today for the second time. I don't take that for granted, and I'm so thankful to you. Mwebale nnyo kujja. The album SANKOFA. Of course, this album, I created it for like 1.5 years. I started working on it last year around tugenda March, tugenda in the middle of the year. So I started working on the album SANKOFA. Why SANKOFA? And what does SANKOFA mean? SANKOFA, and it basically means, if I'm to summarize it, is to know your future, you have to first know your past. To be able to know where you're going, you have to first know where you come from. It is very easy to get lost if you don't know your past. And Nzenga AZAWI, how do I relate to such a concept? You know, as creatives, tutuka period you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you're not inspired, you feel like you're not motivated anymore, you don't have that hunger as you used to, and it happens, and it is natural for that to happen. But what makes the difference is how are you able to overcome such a challenge. And I remember I started getting so worried, and the advice they gave me is I should be the person I used to be before I even became AZAWI. Because boyingira industry, no, over when you enter into a different area or like a different part or experience in your life, there are a few things about you that change, and it is natural. But when the basics of who you are also start changing, then that means you have to retrace a little bit, you have to rediscover yourself a bit. So, after having a conversation with Julius and Benon, they told me that AZAWI, studio, you're so afraid, like you are letting this situation eat you up. Like you have to fight and get out of that situation. We know Purana, you have to find a solution, because the only way you can overcome this is to keep on working, keep on doing the things you used to do. So, when now the day you nenzirayo nenfumitiriza wapita kufumitiriza nenzayo nengamba nezawedde, what are the things that I used to do that used to inspire me? What are those things that used to trigger my creative juices? Number one, I used to be a studio rat. So on realizing that, nenziramu nembera zawedde oyo nga nzesiva ku studio. Because Julius told me, you just go and hang around the studio, not necessarily to genda kuyimba or you're going to make music. Just go and hang around there. Tomanya inspiration jenava. And I remember when I kept on doing that, and I waste Bangabon. I think he's one of the guys that we talk here with like ngambera ngazija ku studio sawa nge never sawa 12. Sometimes I could leave the studio sawa 2 ez'okumakya. Not necessarily we are making music, but we're just listening to different things, having a conversation. And this one time, ndiatulya ku studio ne banga, Jela agayingirawo, ne Bensol, ne Mike Ihura, onakulondoza ne Elijah yajja. So netubeerawo nga tuliza ennyimba. So randomly, Banga Boy natandika okuba ki tracks, because yali producing zeemu kaawa. Netumugamba, oh, this is a nice track. You play it again. Before I knew it, I started writing, I started creating music, and I think rediscovering myself and doing the things that I used to do helped me overcome the challenge that I was going through right now to be able to move forth. Because nali stuck, as the stair solar, kali ngampandika naye nga nze kali tebinyumira. ateze bintu bate ebinyuma mbasaba na muntu mulala akolechi abiwulire oba kale nga byali binyuma but because I overthink it ngebintu ebimu I overthink in actual sense it sounds good but I'm overthinking it so be rediscovering myself and diving into my past and doing the things that I used to do helped me to solve that creative block problem, and that is how I was able to create the album Sankofa, and that is how me as an artist, that is how I relate to that concept. Kubanga instead of saying when we have like a past that has been painful, that has caused a lot of trauma, most of the times we tend to run away from it, to forget it. But for me as a person, I feel like that even causes more pain, because it feels like you're trying to run away from your shadow. If there is anything more personal or more personal to anybody, I think that is your past. It is something that you, rather than disowning it and running away from it, it is better you own it, learn from it, use it to become a better person so that you are able to get into your future. I don't know if I've made sense.
Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot of people are asking, what is Sankofa? What does Sankofa mean? I guess that answers the question. There's an interesting question here from Big I. What's it that you want to stir in people's minds with Sankofa? They asked, what's the Luganda equivalent for Sankofa? Quickly, before we dive into track number 1. Mr. Jose, are we ready? No. Let her first answer the first question, and then we'll get into track number 1.
Ndi mchala Luganda, ne Luganda lunene. So kati baganda bannange mugenda kunsonyiwa ebigambo ebimu nnyinza obutabi translating perfectly well, but if I'm to try, kiba kitegezaako kutegeeza kiri nti okusobola okutuuka mu biseera bye eby'omu maaso olina okusooka okumanya wa gy'ova, gyenvuddewo, ebyo byonna ebikukwatako n'obi-embracinga.
Muntegeera yange, it's basically kwezuula.
Okwezuula, rediscovering yourself. Okay,
they ask, what is it that you want to stir in people's minds with this album?
Because this album is personal. This album is personal. For the first time, I've had a couple of interviews, and it is the same information that I'm going to pass on. That it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to talk about things that made you feel like you're weak. Because being able to have that confidence to share your vulnerability to other people makes you even more stronger. So on this album, I'm sharing about my personal life, talking about a few things that I went through and maybe in love, maybe in other areas of life. For example, the first, before the craft, Sankofa, there's a song called Champion. Why did I even write Champion? Champion is track number 2. Because nali nerabidde nti ndi wakabi. Buli omu kikutuukako eyo. Nebera nti man, ndi wakabi. Notandika okubeera nga tokyekkiririzaamu, notandika okubeera nga olaba buli kimu tokyakisobola. But how was I able to remember that I'm so good at what you do, at what I do?
The song is not just Champion, it's
Champion from Africa. Yes. So omanyi kirungi nnyo, omanyi abantu abamu social media eno tugikozesa ebintu ebikyamu, but nze zawedde nasalawo ngikozese for the good reasons. Every time when I'm feeling low, when I'm feeling uninspired, I go back and I read those comments. You guys, mwabasinga okunzizaamu ama nosanga oli omuntu n'agamba singa nfunayo chance just nemberako n'azaawe oyo omwana singa kimanyi yasinga omwana oyo singa kimanyi nti tumukkiririzaamu. So every time I read those positive comments, it makes me remember again that I'm a champion, and that is how your comments, your positive and supportive information and comments help me to rediscover myself and remember that I'm a champion, that I'm a winner, no matter what. In that never I'm failing, I will stand up again and move forward.
All right. Never know. Because your past lies your presence, and your presence, and in your past lies. So kukademwa oluzungu lwali amanyiro lunsumbuwa mukona ddala essaawa zino ate kabaka yaŋŋamba omukungu wa kabaka sina kwogera luzungu ssaawa zino era simanyi lwakimu.
It goes, give your past your presence, and in your past lies your present. Yes, I wanted it. Mani banang.
Okay, so as you dig it up, I saw a nice. Someone asked here, how do you feel about this day?
I beg your pardon?
How do you feel about this day?
Of course, excited. I'm so happy. Of course, I'm a little bit nervous. But the manual,
I know it can be a bit nerve-wracking because it's like ofumbi mede, and then you serve it, but you don't know are people going to enjoy it, you know.
So it goes like, give your past your presence, and in your future you shall find that presence. Your path is in your past, and in your past lies your present. Give your past your presence, and in your future you shall find that present. Should I read it again? Yeah? Your path is in your past, and in your past lies your present. Give your past your presence, and in your future you shall find that present. Yes, I gave my past, my presence, and I found the present.
This is track number 2, champion from Africa, and you already said you felt.
Yeah, I was in a space where I did feel like I was a champion. I had to wake up, and when I woke up and I realized that I'm a superstar, so playing a man, you tell me what you think.
The first going to winning attitude only, losing never been my way. If I fail, I will come back again.
Come back like I never left anyway.
Kati no later what player onogamba since che na mulondo ya since when you release che.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This no one I namu wanange. Okay. Keep the questions coming. Tujageza ko kuzijira waliwo abuziza nti na. What usually picks you up when you're down?
Yeah.
To be them mangue cause binge.
Yeah, of course it is the support system that I have around me. Swans Avenue, my family. Those are the people that keep me going when I'm down. And sometimes I go back on social media. Nensomezo, like positive comments. Is it called bookmark? Is it to bookmark? Nazi saving. Then by that, this person is somewhere. We both don't know each other. The trailer banker, but they believe in me. So it is your support. It is my team's support. Yes, I can't fail when I have you guys on my side.
Okay, what is your biggest fear in life?
Failing. Oh my God. No. Yeah. Why is it important for you to marry your African roots into your artistry? One, because it keeps the originality, the native. Yes, it keeps me closer to my home, to where I come from. Like, yes, tumatwagala ensi endala etutegeere, but tesobola kutegeera nga tetusoose representing mu kifaananyi ekyo kye tuli ekituufu. So that is why make sure that I keep those African sounds in my music.
Okay, we're about to dive into track
AZAWI World. He's a Ghanaian producer. There is no way I would have made the entire album. Nenjituma SANKOFA, a concept that comes from Ghana. Nesta Kolana Yona Creative na Ghana. So I had to look for this guy, and we made amazing music. Yes, a gali, Feri wants some downtown in Nampla Yuchiyai. A gali kuba kuba. Kukuba, neba kuba. Kati how, waliyo badekao, novera no muntu, namuvera wo. From nowhere, you start feeling so, bachita bacha. No mugwa. No banga, omulowozaako nnyo. You like this person so much, you didn't expect it, you didn't see it coming. Ng'omanya bakoze eki. Bakuyisizaamu eggaali, mutima bakoze eki. Bagombye. Play the song. Groovy World.
Groovy World.
Yeah.
Okay, keep the questions coming. Tujagezaako kuziyitamu abamu naye walukozesa oluzungu olungi kubanga sawa. What impact? This one is okay. It's anonymous. What impact would you like this album to have?
First, when I'm making music, I want people to relate to the craft as much as possible. I want this music to speak to someone deep to their soul, not just for them to listen to it. I want them to feel something. I want them to know, to feel something inside. If you feel something, then I know I've done my job right. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go into track number 4, some fresh. Most amusing situation while creating SANKOFA. I'm sure you've had a lot of those with Banga.
Yeah. There's so many. I think I'm gonna talk about track number 3 because I didn't see it happening.
And actually someone asked whether it's out of experience. Track number 3, is it out of experience? What do we say?
Never can get that album very personal.
Album very personal. So we can get good that. Okay.
Something like
that.
Okay, money. Okay. This is actually the most what?
Amusing situation.
Yes. For me, all the time when I talk, when I was in position, I was motivated. And I remember I used to love reggae and dancehall a lot. Now, your freestyles, Conscience, Busy Signal, sometimes Cindy Sanyu. So, when that memory came into my mind, I'm going to dancehall artist, so I'm going to sing. I'm going to go where we can do something together. So, netumunonya artist yono. The Tukola record, and it is track number what? Is it number 4? Yeah, you guys listen to it. Yeah, pick up on yourself, Conscience. And these are the songs that I'm gonna perform at the concert. I think I'm from a black band. It's a different experience, I think. Yeah.
All right. Sagala tuwewo nnyo njagala tetudemu tracking it dako. Banange mujukire we shall be taking polls for all these songs. We need this feedback. Jatuyamba which video can we shoot first, bichi. Ebintunga ebyo. So this next one is called Njagala Vibe.
Is it brand new?
Sorry, brand new. But then
do we still have time? Because in our story,
it's your day. Do it time. Time to get a jikuwa.
Nina story Kakati, brand new. The few people that have been following my background, Mochimanyi nali mpeleza mmere, like a street food vendor. Na ye nzijukira waliwo olunaku lumu nga ku mabbala g'ennakulabyawo nga waliwo kagayi kakatudde nga kampita nga hey excuse me bangambye otunda emmere mulina mmere ki nga gayi mubuulira mmere gye tulina ng'asaba ekiwawaatiro ngagenda kimuleetera gayi ng'atulyako emmere enfunda eziwera ebiseera ebyo ey'omu ghetto wansi ekiwawaatiro bakitundanga 15 so ng'omuntu alya emmere ey'e15 oba mugagga kubanga abantu balyanga mmere ya 15 so ng'era bakasitoma abagula emmere ey'e15 tubakwatanga bagagga so gayi ng'atulyako enfunda eziwera so eventually ng'atugulako so gayi ng'atandika okunkwana jjukira gayi redi namwegombye dda istol yali akiwawaatiro oliriza genda mu maaso gayi ng'ankwana nga tutandika kukola ki kweyagala nga muleetera emmere ng'olusi mukubira n'esina nga bebi toolye nga ngamba so kati this one time teyankubira nga mukubira nga mugamba yi bebi leero togenda kulya nga ngamba ngenda kulya naye ng'asasula ebiseera ebyo kati nga mukubira nga ngamba tanafuna ki sente so abadde alinza asooka akole kuba yali abeera awo enankulabira nga wakolera ku dduuka lya electronics so nga mugamba omanyi kankuleetera emmere ojja kusasula ng'okoze ki ng'ofunye nga sitandika gaba mmere ya mukadde mu mabanja nga mugabanga etandika wera emmere eweze ya mutwalo jjukira ya 5 giweze 2 giweze 3 giweze 4 kati lumu omukadde ng'atunulako mu bitabo agenda okulaba amabanja ki nga mangi nga gabazaawedde bano abantu nga tubabanja olowooza sente ngenda zigisaayo sente ngenda ebintu katale ngenda bigisaayo ki out of panic nga mukadde mugamba tofaayo sozi yaŋŋambye embeera tebadde ennungi naye bw'anaafuna sente agenda tusasula tumugumiikirizeemuko katono sozi nga njiwawo omubiri sozi musajja atalina nakukyakola kikyamanyi wayita mmeka nga mukadde tagwa ku sozi nga bamubuuza akana n'akataano sente ziri wangu banja sente zange muli emmere yange wale ne mudduka bulabula omusajja agamba kiki kyoyogerako ebyo nno bigenda mu maaso ndi mu nnyumba neekwatidde ku kisenge bwe nti nkimanyi ssaawa yonna giwunye nga mukadde agamba omuwala wange yaŋŋamba yakubanja sente lwaki tonsasula osozi nze sente z'oŋŋamba sikola ki sizimanyi yita muwalawo omubuuze nze buli mmere gye ndya wano nkola ki gisasula nga tebampitayo nga tebambuuza nga nina ekyokuddamu nga nsirika ekyayamba olweggulo lwa weekend eyo nalinayo show ya band kuba ebiseera ebyo nga mpafominga ne live band so nalinayo show ya live band sente nagenda nenzikola nensooka nenzikavalingirawo omanyi bebi tolina tumalaga mubanja so nga mukubira essimu bebi nga mugamba manyi mukadde nno sente zakola ki azaagala bwofuna atleast ne bwofunayo ekitundu mupankule ki nsasule so ng'olunaku luyitawo kati enkeera sawa za lanki zaatuuka gayi teyakola ki teyankubira nange neŋŋamba omanyi musajja ono kankola ki omuvubuka ono kamwesonyiwe enkeera omuvubuka teyakola ki teyakuba so olunaku olwokusatu nga ndi awo ngenda okulaba essimu ya bebi ekola ki evuga nga nkwata ekyasinga okuneewunyisa muwala yeyakola ki yeyambuuza nagamba hello eno njogerako ne Priscilla bebi yampitanga Priscilla ekitegeera ono njogerako ne Priscilla Edi yaŋŋambye ssaawa za lanchi bwe zituuka kugamba ondeetera emmere agenda kusasula ssente ze zonna wamu nga nange etyamu naye engeri gye yali nti bebi obeera ne soft spot yono omuntu engeri afala w'obeera nga nkola ki nga ntwala mmere bebi yasaba kyennyanja nga ntwalayo mmere yalina wuwe kati bwe natuukawo I was forced to ask kiki Edi omuyita muganda wo like are you related ko muwala eraba ono is my boyfriend wallahi so even up to now because I still have the same line wallahi guy on the walk the same I can never pick up that idiot naiga so this song what does it talk about nti bwogwa mu love abantu bwetugwa mu love tutama we become insane and you like love makes us feel brand new owulira olina amaanyi nga buli kimu okisobola owulira ebizibu byonna byonna nga bigenze ng'ogudde mu love empya ddala gira bwagwa mu love girabwa mu love atama osegeera So this is the inspiration behind the song, Brand New. It's a slow love song. I hope you guys enjoy.
There's a question here. How was the transition from being a normal person?
So much stuff happening. Everyone has their eyes on you. Yes, it can be very intimidating, but when you get used to it, you blend in. So it wasn't easy. Yeah, but this
What is someone? Who is your summer baby?
tell you what in mass.
Yeah, nakusema wow. Alimba.
Muleto.
Hatujakuita Jera will tell us. Manga.
Jerry Elijah.
Okay, so the next track is Njagala Vibe. Give us a small background about this and who produced.
Yeah.
Hey, so Banga Boy produced
Brand New.
Brand New. Is Banga Boy in the house?
Banga Boy Aliwa.
Banga Boy Oliwa. We are going to force him here. In the evening, when us guys are leaving to go home, that's when they are coming in. And then in the morning, when you're coming to work, that's when they are leaving. They're like, hey, watch bit. And usually, when I'm driving to work, you know, they will do like 3-4 songs that they've done that night. So very, very hardworking people here. Yeah. Okay, so Njagala Vibe is the next one.
Yeah, for me, for this particular record, I'm so blessed because I know certain people might never get a chance to work with Sauti Sol, but Zeneba Zakaton, I'm so happy, I'm so honored to be able to work with one of the greatest group singers in Africa. Techali Chango to track them down and put them in one row, in one place, and we make a song. Because Womu, Medali, New York, Omlalali, Denmark, Omlalali, South Africa. So it wasn't easy, but we finally linked up and we made amazing music. Yeah, Steve Owawali, man, bring your shit here. I don't know if he's around. Yeah, he's the producer of this record. He's the guy that has mixed the entire album. So yeah, that is Njagala Vibe for you.
Produced by Steve Keys. Steve Keys are in the house. Okay, we'll jump right in to the next track. Harder.
Yeah, for this particular record, I made it with my brother Elijah Chitaka. He actually came up with the melodies and the melody of the chorus, and for me it was easy. Like, he didn't make it so hard for me to work with him. Like, Echitwa Chambuya, he's a very, very talented guy, and of course whenever studio, this is how we got to make this record together. Yeah, I want to melody yeah, different melodies. Yeah, but creating a kind of harder.
I actually have a feeling he helped to encourage you back to being a studio rat.
Yeah, because he's a studio. Studio.
For those of you that don't know, studio rats be that guy ever. Never working up recording, or by it's somebody else's session. Actually, he has a reputation at Swans. Like, when you leave the computer on, let's say you're just trying to make a beat. Man, tojireka beat wobango cha obeba dia muntu mulala. There's a time Banga Boy went out to make for himself a cup of tea. Ngaleseko track ngekona yakomaonga Elijah ajiwandiseka kaibanga ye recordings.
Yes.
So yeah, this guy aine nyimba It's he's got a bank of songs. Anyway, this is Hada featuring Elijah Chitaka. Is Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity. Yeah, we made this record. We co-wrote it with Elijah. Kubanga we actually twasoka kukola Infinity. We twamala ne tukuba Hada on the same day, in the same night. This song speaks about abantu abali mu relationship. Naye nga temuli serious. They don't get on them. Is it okay to say speak that language? No, I can't. Time you're a couple, muli mu situationship, muli awo temubuzaabuza. Kyokka mweyagala, ate temweyagala. Ebyo mbimanyi kuba naye nali mbiseeko.
Naye obemmanyi.
Beera awo, leero nkwagala just kwagala. Leero nonneragirako naye nenkweragirako. Mubikola, most of the women in this room, you do that stuff.
It's the women usually.
Yeah, it's the women usually. Yeah, women know how to manipulate men very well. So, and you see, muli mukuyomba. I'm not silver zemba mind.
Ate wagambye the album is real, okay. Infinity.
Ekirungi ky'okukola n'abasajja. Okay, sinti abakyala obuzibu tebaagala kuwandiika. Sinti tebasobola. Abakyala tebaagala kuwandiika nnyimba. Eva yafiringa nti omuntu omulala yalina omuwandiikira oluyimba. So ate okola n'omusajja, abasajja bo bekkiririzaamu nnyo ne baba byagenda okuwandiika bya kisiru. Sorry.
Ogenze n'otuwandiika ate n'otupawa.
Anti like bekkiririzaamu nnyo omuntu ajjayo n'akuba vaasi ye kale afazaali ne mugipolishinga. So for me, creative bwatyo kiba kyangu nnyo kyakola naye, kyangu nnyo okola naye. So abasajja bangu nnyo bakola nabo. N'omukyala alina okubeera mu mundu ate n'owandiika paati n'agamba eyo sikisobola ate eyo biki.
Ekyejo kingi mu bakyala.
Veronica. Vika. Obimanyi.
Ate siri mu mundu.
Siri mu mundu ate mumpeeyo ku kyokunywa ate amazzi mugateekemu omunnyo. Ekitegeera. So that is why it's very easy for me to work with guys. But I know ladies, I'm going to tell you to musobola owandiika. Ate omukyala nga yawandiise because for us we have so many things to say. So era nze.
Okay. So this one is Elevated. Elevated features Bensoul and
Elijah
Chitaka and Kaihura.
Yes. Era nga nfuuse studio rat nga Elijah amaze okunfuula studio rat again. Tuli awo studio tukiri nze Jira nga ayingirawo ne ba big stars Mike Kaihura ne Bensoul. Ne tubeera mu studio mo ne tuseka ne tukuba emboozi. Banga Boy n'atubiramu ku tracks ze, and then there's this one track there and we're like, that is the beat. And then we started rhyming on it, creating melodies. And by the time we know it, a banger. The song is called Elevated. Elevated. Elevation.